Hey, welcome to my channel. So, my name is Amuta. I am a tenured associate professor of public health. I have served as the graduate director of my department. I currently serve on the admissions committee for the graduate school, and I have several PhD students, several master students, and I run a research lab called Health Equity Action Lab, HEAL. And so, if you are wondering, should I trust this random girl on the internet? The answer is yes. Trust what I have to say because I have reviewed so many applications. I know what I'm talking about. I promise you. I promise you. And I love you. I don't even know you, but I'm sending so much love your way. And I hope and pray you get into school. I hope you get into your dream school. And I just hope you have an amazing experience and an amazing life. So the idea of this video came about because I was reviewing a PhD application, and I noticed that this applicant did not really understand the difference between a personal statement and a statement of purpose. So one thing to think about is that your SOP, your statement of purpose, is somewhat futuristic, okay? Think about it. The department, the admissions committee, is reading your statement of purpose and thinking about bringing you in and your future in the program, okay? Your personal statement is your past, okay? They want to know who you are, where you're coming from, okay? And so if you think about it, your personal statement is really a focus on your past and how you've been shaped and formed and molded, and how you have adapted and overcome struggle and how, like your past, okay, in a positive light, and how that has really shaped you into who you are. Your statement of purpose is the future, okay? Where you're going, who are you going to work with in the department? What are you going to do in 5 years? What are you going to do in 20 years? How great of an alumni are you going to be, okay? Because when admissions committees are looking at your application, they're thinking, most universities want alumni, right? They want great alumni that can actually give back to the school, or they can be proud and put your name all over all over their website, and they can be like, yes, that's our alumni that went through our program. So your statement of purpose is really futuristic, talking about the future and how all these things you're going to achieve, and also how you fit in the program. Many schools will ask you for just a statement of purpose. Many other schools will ask you for a personal statement and a statement of purpose as two separate documents. And so, it really depends on the school you are applying to. But a personal statement really is trying to understand how you fit into like the culture of the university or the program, right? How your personality has evolved over the years. And so your personal statement is gonna be very personal. Duh, right? That's the personal statement. It has to be very personal. It has to talk about who you are as a person. I like to see personal statements that look at how a person has evolved. Okay, so you mentioned some of your weaknesses, some of your strengths. You talk about really your personal statement is about you, nothing related to the program or the course of study. But you want to make sure that your personal statement is still it still has strengths, right, that make you competitive for the program. Okay, so for example, you're applying to a data science program and they ask you, a data science master's or PhD program, they ask you, write a personal statement and a statement of purpose. Your personal statement, you talk about all these things, personal for you, but you can still talk about data science. Your personal statement should include something related to data science. Maybe you can say something like, I used to be self-centered. I'm not as self-centered anymore. When I was self-centered, I would never share my code with anyone. But now that's a very that's a very stupid example. But you get what I'm trying to say, right? So you still talk about how you've evolved and how you've gotten stronger personality-wise, but you can tie in the course of study. So don't let them read your personal statement and forget why they are reading your personal statement, because ultimately the goal is to get admitted, right? So make sure you stay on point. Many of you are applying for scholarships, many of you are applying for fellowships. You are going to need a personal statement, okay? So make sure that your personal statement really captures you, who you are as a person, your personality, your beliefs, your culture. You know, if you're an immigrant to the US or Canada or UK, talk about that. Talk about how, you know, you have grown and how, you know, talk about some weaknesses, you know? So make sure that your personal statement covers who you are as a person, okay? Another thing to think about as you write your personal statement is that you're thinking about the culture of the institution. So, for example, you're applying to somewhere in very liberal city like California, sorry, liberal states like California, right? Make sure that your personal statement, if you're applying somewhere like University of San Francisco, Berkeley, some of those very extremely liberal institutions, don't lie. If you're not like liberal or open-minded and, you know, chill, don't go to a school, an area like that, okay? But ideally, when you're applying to places that have a culture, you know, like that have a theme, you want to make sure that your personal statement reflects that. On the other hand, if you're applying to a Christian university, Liberty University, Texas Christian University, Baylor University, if you're applying to a Christian university, your personal statement needs to reflect that, okay? Just keep that in mind. Then your SOP, on the other hand, your statement of purpose is more academic, okay? They don't care about, you know, if you're religious, if, you know, whatever. They don't care about that. All your statement of purpose should capture is how strong of a candidate you are. If the department or the program, college, whatever, if they don't ask you for 2 documents, the first paragraph of your statement of purpose should be somewhat of a personal statement. It's hard because you have to condense how amazing you are into 1 paragraph, okay? But you can do it. Your first paragraph should always be your personal statement. If the school doesn't ask you for 2 documents, you try to capture who you are in that first paragraph, okay? So that you give them, you know, kind of an insight, okay, into just your personality and, you know, your experience, where you're coming from, what has shaped you, all that good stuff, okay? But down to the bones, your statement of purpose is academic, sharp focus on your fit to the program, your experience in that course of study, your future goals, your future plans, short, long term, your potential advisors, research advisors, you know, super academic. Your personal statement is completely opposite, okay? Who you are as a person, how you fit culturally in that institution and that city. And believe it or not, those 2 documents are the most important documents in your application. Believe it or not, I promise you that they are the most important documents in your application. Those are the first things we read when we're reviewing applications, okay? Those are the heartfelt things, okay? You can have all A's, 4.0, or we don't want someone that doesn't have the same culture or the same heart as our institution. And I'm speaking on behalf of every professor on the admissions committee, right? We want someone we can relate to, we trust. I mean, we haven't met you, obviously, so we don't know if we can trust you, but we you know, you get an inkling, and you don't get that inkling, you don't get that connection from a transcript. You don't get that connection from, you know, reference letters. You really don't. What you get, you connect with applicants through their personal statement and the statement of purpose. So honestly, if you ask me what determines a candidate's admission being accepted, at the core of it, obviously, we're not going to accept someone, you know, with less than a 3.0, all that, like their basic standard, you know, things that we look for. But outside of that, your personal statement and your statement of purpose are critical. So make sure you have that on lock and you understand the difference. And you can watch this video again if you need to grasp the difference, okay? I am so appreciative of you guys. I hope you have a fantastic day. I hope you get into school. I hope you're granted admission, and I hope you get funding and scholarships and all that. Come back to this video and drop me the good news. And like this video. Please like this video. Like it. Let's get to 1,000 likes or more. So, you know, people can learn and you know, and we can all grow together. All right, ciao.